Don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmates. I'm in a two-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no. Money on my mind, I can't get it all. I've been outside.
Welcome to TruePod Studios here in Garfield, New Jersey. We're here today with Jonathan Hernandez, CEO and founder of Truthful Taxes, as well as Kenneth Jorge, tax expert phenom. Fellas, how we doing today?
Not much, man. I feel like we haven't been here in like 2 months.
2 weeks.
Has it? 2 weeks?
Me? Yeah, about a week. Right before the last rush of, the tax season.
That's what tax season does to you. Like you literally...
All right, yeah, so
I'm actually done with your taxes, so in order to pay me, I got Zelle.
Now, how busy has it been for you guys?
Bro, I think I've said that line right there at least 300 times.
Yep. It's stuck in my head.
In one day.
How busy has it been, you said?
Yeah. It's been super busy.
I'm gonna say blissfully busy.
Can't complain. It's
Can't complain.
It'll be wrong of me to complain.
By the way, guys, I don't wear shades, but today I'm in a damn good mood. I'm in a damn good mood, and I'm gonna tell you right now, these shades are going on. Cause you know what? Yeah, these are some good stuff right here.
April 19th.
Woo! You know who I look like right now? Huh?
What do you look like right now, champ?
I look like the Terminator. Remember, he used to wear the glasses, the skinny dude chasing.
Yeah, he said he's the T-2000.
T-2000. Remember, he put on the nice shades, and then he chased him like that. Ha 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 ha. And then he
used to get shot, and he was just.
Yeah, I'm wearing shades.
He'd just open up and shit like.
Yeah.
This whole episode, I'm wearing shades. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm feeling shady.
That's the first time I've seen you with shades on.
Why? I look good?
No comment.
And a hush fell over the crowd.
That was a setup.
Woo! Look at that. Damn.
Am I supposed to answer that? Am I wrong for not answering?
I think you're in neutral ground right now.
Okay, cool.
You fall into the neutral ground. So yeah, now that you're dressed like the Terminator, John.
Yeah.
What you've been terminating taxes, huh?
Oh, yesterday. That sounded a little freaky, my guy.
I'm gonna hit the pause button.
That sounds like a.
No. Yesterday.
That sounds illegal.
No, yesterday we went off. Me and my sister. A good day would be like 15 people, but yesterday we filed 33 people, and we filed 32 extensions, and we got 128 new clients.
Wow.
In one day.
In one day.
In one day?
Pretty crazy, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Some don't do that in 2-3 years.
No, I mean
actually, you're right. Some people don't do that in a year.
I mean, in one day. I mean,
one day.
I know. Big stores that don't do that. It acquired 128 new clients.
We got 128 new tax submissions yesterday, and it was literally every 5 minutes. It was not even 5 minutes. Every 2-3 minutes, it was new client, new client, new client, new client.
Wow,
which is pretty crazy. Imagine next year when there's 350 locations, we're doing 200 something people a day, which is pretty,
No, that's impressive, man.
It's a blessing. Yeah. It's
impressive. How about you, Kenny? By the
way, that was what we did. That wasn't what the company did.
Oh, you mean your outfit here in Garfield?
Just John.
Just John.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Just John.
Wow.
Well, how did the company overall did compared to last year?
I just actually sat down with Jalissa to see exactly in the last 72 hours, 687 people will file in 72 hours.
Damn, those are numbers, man, and they're moving.
Oh yeah, they definitely move. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
It wasn't bad.
Well, here at TruePod, we're recording the first episode. We've been saying that for a long time now, though, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
we got a few first episodes here on TruePod, but we figured we'd just get in the chair, talk a little bit about the the business and truth, and Truthful Taxes as a whole. But also, we want to get to know the individuals running behind, running the company. John and Kenny, spearheading the operation here at Truthful Taxes, and just want to make sure that people get to know you guys and maybe share a little bit about yourselves. Maybe where you grew up, where you're from, where you've been at, all the things that people really want to get to know. In order to, I guess, maybe trust, in the company itself and in the person, right?
I mean, I'm from the Lower East Side. I grew up in the Lower East Side. I was actually there for Easter. And, I brought the beast down there.
LES.
Lower East Side, right across the street from the South Street Seaport. We actually grew up on South Street, which is the South Street Seaport. Like, literally 2 blocks away.
South Street, I'm not too
familiar with the city.
Yeah, I'm I know that the high numbers go towards the water, right? And or those are the low numbers.
At this point, he's at what the letters are.
No joke. You can't get any closer than what we are.
He's on the water.
So that's like the Fulton Street Fish Market,
right there.
Right there.
Okay,
I'm on the Fulton Street Fish Market. Is literally 1 block away from.
So you're right there, right close to the aquarium and all that stuff.
There you go.
Right there.
Awesome.
Yep.
He used to hang out with Free Willy. That's how close he was.
Wait a minute, Kenny. How about you? Where you're from the Bronx too, or from?
I'm not from the Bronx. He's actually from Lower East Side, is down in Manhattan.
I actually always thought he was homeless.
I'm actually from Washington Heights.
Washington Heights.
I'm from Washington Heights, born and raised. I moved around a little bit, so I actually also
a lot.
So wait a minute. So you're from the Heights.
Yeah.
So you over there by Van Dykeman?
I'm more from the Heights, so I'm more in the 170s, 180s.
170s. Damn, I remember I used to be out there back in the day. What was it? They had a couple Club Melodia.
Yes, that's in Dykeman.
That's in Dykeman.
So yeah, I'm originally from Washington Heights. I moved around a little bit, so I also went to school down in Chelsea, and hung out Alphabet City by John.
You finished elementary, right?
Me, yeah, I just managed to finish right before I started doing taxes. So here, tax professional with A1,
right from elementary to college.
A1 kindergarten degree. So originally from Washington Heights, moved around, made my way downtown. Also lived down in Miami for a couple of years. That's as far as.
So how did you and John meet? I mean, how did this partnership happen? I mean, I've gotten I've been privy to seeing the dynamics here in the office, and it seems very very family oriented almost, in the way you guys interact with each other here in the office. How did this duo happen?
So John and I met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
I think probably 3-4 minutes into the introduction,
and he fell in love with me 3-4 minutes.
This guy was like, wow.
3-4 minutes. He was like,
wow. So I had a nice little comb over it. I think instantly he was like, wow.
Yo, I'm serious. All jokes aside, this motherfucker was cute.
Bro. Yeah. He was like, this guy. So mind you see me.
Yeah, he walked through the door. He had a peak. I was like, this guy's he's kind of handsome. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, oh wow, this guy. So. What you don't realize is that you always see me like we always in a hoodie, and that's the benefit of being your own boss. But at the time, corporate, I was always like in a suit, pea coats, shoes, comb over, and that's when I met John. But when we met, like literally probably about 3-4 minutes into introduction, and we were cracking jokes. Literally, it was just like this.
It was literally perfect symmetry. I swear to everything. Nothing. It's been about 10 years.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Nothing has changed, bro. We haven't shut the fuck up since. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. Like he the guy.
You guys get each other, huh?
Yeah. He gets it,
You guys get each other.
But so it's pretty cool.
As time passes, you realize like I think in one of the pods, one of our pre-productions, realized that we've had the same kind of career path.
Yeah,
he was a courier at a law firm. I was the same thing. Then he was right after that. You were what other things we did that was simultaneous. Well, we both have building backgrounds. That's I think what initially we spoke the same language. Yeah. He was building engineer for over 10 years. I managed buildings downtown for over 10 years. So we spoke the same language. And I remember that was probably one of the first conversations we were having is I was coming back to New York, so the laws are different here. Buildings are managed different here.
Codes and stuff.
Exactly. So he was putting me onto things I'd never heard of, because at the time I was just relocating back to New York. So we always kind of spoke the same language. And then fast forward, we'll probably touch on that on a later episode. But taxes was another thing that we both into.
Yep.
And we are here now, and then now is
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry because I look good. I gotta get these glasses.
There you go.
He said the aviators is crispy right now.
So back to what you see now is that we speak the same language. We understand not just taxes. We understand business.
Yeah.
We understand everything that has to do with business. It's not just taxes. I think we're more focused on the actual business of taxes, which is a whole different world. And when we come up with ideas, spoke about podcasting. 4 weeks later, there's a podcast room in the office, right? And it's just to have the same way of thinking, I think helps.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's go back a little bit into what Kenny just mentioned. We've spoken a little bit about it in some of these first episodes, aka that we've had, but I guess for this one we might send it out into the satellite. But what is it that you did again as an engineer, and all these codes that you were giving Kenny?
Well, I remember the conversation word for word actually.
Well, no, I mean as an engineer, I was a building engineer, right?
Yeah,
a superintendent engineer. So I lived on site. And I was the guy to call whenever there's a big problem. So when the boiler goes down and there's 8,000 people in the building, John, boiler's down. I got to hurry up, wake up, 3 o'clock in the morning. John, water everywhere. I got to hurry up and go to the risers and shut off whichever riser belonged to that line. And then I got to call the crews in and the contractors in. And then unfortunately have the meeting in the morning with the real estate division and go, the pipe blew up. A lot.
So if you see our dynamic, I come from the management side, right? So
he's the guy that I gotta actually speak to in the morning, and I'll be like, "Yo, Ken, the pipe blew. It fucking blew."
There you go. So the if you see our dynamic now, he's a handy guy, and I'm more of the
delegating managerial,
guy, right? So if you see us on a day-to-day, that's how we operate. I'm always thinking of, I'm always reminding or what has to be done. And John is like, give me a drill. And
isn't that, I've noticed that sometimes, in good partnerships, one partner has certain attributes. The other partner has another one. And you guys kind of contrast each other, kind of accentuate the skills.
We joke a lot, but we know exactly when to actually get serious. 1, 2, 3.
Of course.
But we do joke a lot for most of it,
Well,
but we know when it gets serious.
Well, another thing is that a lot of people see Truthful Taxes now and the success that you guys have had, but they don't really know the beginnings of it. I mean, we're talking about you being an engineer, Kenny,
building manager.
You were a building manager, and those are beginnings that many people that have before they make a big breakthrough. We have talked about it a bit, but let's tell for the listeners, John, what exactly, where did the breakthrough come for you, and how were you able to transition, and now the success that you have?
I think the breakthrough came from where I worked at, and time and morals that were developed with my peers. So my peers always respected me for being honest and genuine with them. So when John finally had a product that I was able to, give everyone, because taxes, everybody got to do taxes, they filed with me not because of what I knew, but because who I was to them. So that was the turning point where I finally found a product that people don't mind doing it with me because of who John was to them, dealing with them all throughout the year. So at work, I was a superintendent. So I went ahead, I had a lot of staff under me. So they trusted John. So the minute I told them I'm doing taxes, that's it. 30 people, 40 people, So that was the turning point, finding the right product that was good for John. and taxes was the product.
So you think that, and I guess the breakthrough is because, we this is more of an introduction conversation. And, I know the story. He knows the story where you were a building engineer and you were a superintendent and you started with, you always say the story. You started with your sister and your brother's tax returns, and then that turned into your peers, and then that turned into their family and friends. And now you're at, over a thousand clients yourself personally, and the actual the huge success, the turning point was when you started teaching.
Well, no, that's two different things though. One was taxes, and then one was, unleashing upon the world. You know what I'm saying? So I unleashed the taxes upon my peers, and I took off. Then I hit a wall where John can only do so many taxes. Because at the end of the day, tax is still a service that you got to move your hands. Okay? So you can only move your hands so much in one day. You can only talk so much in one day. So I hit a wall. And you want to hit the turning point? Wow, you just reminded me right now. And the person listening, when she does listen, she's going to know it's her, and I don't even have to say her name, but her husband is a tax partner. I got a call one day, and she goes, look at this guy, John. I just sent it to your DM. And I seen it, and I got pissed. I got pissed because I wasn't jealous. I was pissed because I know I should be doing that, right? So I said, you know what? Just thank you. Fuck that. I'm turning my shit on. I actually had a franchising program, but I didn't finalize the PDF to it, and I didn't really know the steps to go ahead and put all the processes in place in order to do a franchise or a licensing. But once I seen her send me that, I said, fuck that. Game time. Let's go. I'm doing it. That's it. That day, I called my investor. I said, yo, I don't care what it is. We got to hurry up and put this in place. I could do this. I could teach this across the U.S. It's go time. That's it. He says, so when you want to meet? I said, right now. He goes, where? So I go to you. He goes, okay, let's meet at Dunkin' Donuts in Queens. I said, let's do it. I love their hash browns. Straight up. And then what happened? Yo, 3 years later, multi-million-dollar tax partnership program.
So how important it is to take that initiative, man? That was pretty just let's go. You were pretty sure of yourself.
Yeah, because I already had plans on doing it. I just remember when you're a superintendent engineer, you got to build processes.
Okay.
Plan. Yeah, you always plan. You sit down, you go ahead and draw schematics and go, okay, now where and what do we break in order to get that pipe in there? You understand? So we put processes in place.
A good engineer. And one of my best engineers have it's preventive maintenance.
Yeah.
So they have the processes before it occurs.
Yeah.
Right. So there's guys that are good at that, which is a small percentage, and then there's the ones that are good at troubleshooting. So when the problem actually occurs, they put the processes in place.
Yeah.
What John does is he's good at seeing it before it happens and creating the process. That's what allowed him to actually create a program.
Yeah.
Right. He foreseen the possibility years ahead.
So when we were creating the program, I got to keep on tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. But
you saw the vision.
I'm able to see what's not going to work before it's too grand for us to scale back. You understand? So if I know if I know the problem is going to be too large, it could be a certain software that we use. Guess what? Hold on. Let's not do that. Let's wait, or let's try this, or you understand?
Exactly.
Until you find the right piece. And I didn't launch it. I didn't launch it until I found the right piece. And when we launched it, it was perfect. Yeah, we've made, I think, hundreds of changes, but hundreds of changes where it didn't affect hundreds of people. It probably affected 1 or 2 people. So, you're good. Once you're large, it's not about a whole thing. It's about a percentage. All right, 1% don't work. All right, we're good. We'll stick with the 99. You understand? And then we'll find that perfect symmetry to fix the 1%.
And how many states are you guys in again across the country?
We in every state on the East Coast right now.
On the East Coast.
West
okay.
Coast, remember, we didn't originate from that West Coast. We didn't plant. I always like to say we didn't plant the seed in the West Coast. Okay. If John was from L.A. or from Vegas, Vegas would be packed. L.A. would be packed right now. We'll be totally packed. But I'm from the East Coast.
That's right.
You understand? So my influence was all on the East Coast. So New Jersey, New York, we have over 150 between Jersey and New York. We got Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. We got Georgia. We got the East Coast.
Wow.
And we got
Texas.
2 partners in Texas. So I hate to say it, but it's just like the pandemic. Wherever you plant that seed, you don't know who's your super spreader. You got that? You don't know who your super spreader is. Your super spreader could be Ken. How you determine somebody's super spreaderness, if that was a word, is how much Ken has influence amongst the people who surround around Ken. So if Ken, mother listens to everything Ken says, or his brother, guess what? They're gonna become partners and they're gonna become clients. But you might get somebody who just not really influential, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But he'll be one. But watch this. This guy right here might be 10. Look how fast you grew.
And that's exactly how it's happening.
And that's how it grows. That's how I grew in taxes, and that's how I knew the tax partnership will grow. And that's exactly what's happening. We literally bring on hundreds of people every year. Every year.
But it's also a proven product, right? So it's not like hundreds of people are not signing up just because they love taxes. Yeah, there is those that are interested in taxes, but most importantly, they see not one, but probably at least 100 successful tax partners in the last 3 years.
There's only so much you can see on the internet before you determine what's fake and what's real. You know what's the damn best thing I love to do, Al?
What is it, champ?
Is fall asleep knowing that nobody can fuck with me saying I stole from them or your product is bullshit, you advertising. I go to sleep perfect, absolutely perfect.
You know what's it's crazy, and I speak. One of the things I do, part of not just assist with John and the growth of the company, along with we have a whole team. It's not just us two. Marisol is.
Better say her name right. Come here and fucking break your mouth.
She. I just literally got off the phone with her, but she is the backbone, right? So it's not just us two. We are here talking because this is what we do.
Yo,
but
that was dope that you said that. He said that we're here talking. We're only here talking because our team allows us to get this time to talk. They're busting their ass right now.
Like if I could grab a camera, if I could just grab this camera right here and walk out this pod room, it's like a whole machine in the background just working.
Yeah. You got social media over there taking over the other big screen, and then you got the billing department from home doing their thing. Another one from here processing literally 600 invoices in 48 hours. Well, almost 772 hours. So them doing their job to their best ability, to their excellentness of why they're with me, is why we're able to venture off and take this sound and influence others in the podcast world.
One thing we touch on, we I think we joke about it, but to me is everything happens for a reason. But the first 20 tax partners, the first 20 to believe in the actual partnership
they
product,
all work for me.
All work
full time
with the actual support and the actual.
Al, you heard that?
The first 20. So
I
the
heard
first
it loud and
20.
You heard that?
That's like the first 20 to believe in Bill Gates. Like the first people that say, what is it? Microsoft. The first 20 Amazon are currently working.
Yep.
Right. Within the core of bringing this company nationwide.
And let me tell you.
So this is the beginning. This is the beginning.
Yeah. Well, the first class was the beginning. The first class is all fully hired, full time. They all have a serious amount of clients with them. But, I'll be honest.
Organically too.
It was organic, but none of them were supposed to be hired. They were fucking terrible in class.
So check this out. So as you I the word on the street is that my class was the worst.
It was.
To this day.
It was.
The worst
It was.
tax partnership
Absolutely was.
class. We got kicked out the second day.
Ow. I got so pissed, bro, that you got to understand, like, I deliver a lot of energy. Like, I take my time and I want things to be serious. You know, I mean, we joke, but if you see, I'm like, yo, Al, we got to get this camera. Yo, we did. You understand? So I got so pissed because him and my brother won't shut the fuck up.
And the head of Never Forget.
And then Cassandra, yo, bro, she peed over 44 times an hour. I couldn't focus on my material. I said, you know what, guys? I'm done for the day. I can't with y'all. And I left. I left him in the room. I left. Came back the next day.
Fast forward.
They were so good. They were so serious after that.
Fast forward, Cassandra is the head of billing department.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
Shout out to Cassandra.
Shout out to Cassandra.
Yeah.
I'm here, and Al is the man. So,
yeah.
You know, it's I see this though, and all jokes aside from that is people just think differently. They learn differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we grasp all the information. We were serious about actual taxes. We just, you know, we challenged him. That's what it came down to. Because if you in the tax world, and those that are in the tax world, or even any type of financial world, it's scenario based. So when John is teaching taxes or the software, we're challenging him because, you know, he gives us one scenario and we came up with 23 scenarios.
But I'm trying to explain with them. I'm like, guys, shut the fuck up. Listen, because the scenario you just came up with, you're going to see it in year 20. Guess what? That means all 80,000 returns prior to that, bro, they're all the same. Don't ask me. I will let you know about the rare scenarios. Don't tell me.
And just so the audience knows, too, that are listening, this is the first class that you guys are talking about.
First class, bro.
First class.
I'm like, guys, chill. You're not going to see that. But what happens if I see it? Because my baby mother's after. Shut up. Like, just listen.
That's the good thing. So, yeah, and even, you know, one thing that John talks about is how he started. And I remember, once again, my memory is kind of scary.
Slipping a little bit?
Kind of scary sometimes. Because I can remember, like, conversations. I remember, I'm not sure, because when I hit up John, he literally, I don't even think he announced the partnership. Was it just word of mouth at first?
No. I actually,
because I did not know anything about the partnership. No. I literally just saw, okay, Jonathan. I saw John.
I was promoting the class and he DM'd me and said,
but
what's that class about?
I was like, yeah, it was something to that extent. It's
he said, what's the class about? And I said, I'm teaching taxes. He said, oh, wow. I actually been looking to get into taxes. I said, great. Yo, bro, I'll teach it for you. Like,
so
I actually hold the class.
So I, probably the year before, I was doing everything to start doing taxes. I looked up the schools. I looked up the programs. I looked at everything. And at the time, I think if I remember correctly, it was the all-in cost was going to be like $13,000. That's between like software, going to school for like 4 months, 3 months.
No computer.
Computer. It was like $13,000. By that time forward, bro, talk about it. So I was like, okay, when I see John, I'm like, John does taxes. Let me just ask him a question about software. Right? And John's like, look, I'm starting the program. I'm going to include the software. I'm going to include the laptop. I'm going to include, I'll take care of your billing. Basically, he was doing everything. All I had to do was show up and smile and know how to and learn the actual taxes, which he was teaching as well, which then he was going to provide support. So that means that the fear of screwing up my cousin's tax return was out the window because he's promising to support 24/7.
How much influence did that have in your decision making?
You know, that 100%. Reason 4 is when I was thinking about investing into school and everything else in the $13,000 in startup investment, my number one fear was what happens when I walk out this school and it's just me and this computer and Google and I have to screw people's taxes. You see, that's my number one fear because my thing is my reputation, I guard it with my life. I can joke around, but like my seriousness and how I my service and everything. My word is everything. So I never my fear of screwing someone's tax return. I just couldn't live with it. So I'll just like put it to the side and just brush it off. So when he said, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to provide 24/7 support. I'm going to your laptop is 100% set up with every single thing you need. There was more things that I actually expected when I actually got into the laptop. There's spreadsheets, there's color coordinated graphs, and you everything you could think of. This was
Al, you know what I did?
What
I
did you do?
simply copy and pasted everything that I had already
into a brand new touchscreen
listen,
laptop.
Remember, I dumbed things down for the simplest person. But the simplest person, you know who it is?
Who is it?
This guy right here.
Okay.
You got it?
You hear that, guys?
This guy right here.
Just an ordinary guy.
Yeah. So what I did was I said, if it works for me, it's going to work for anybody because I want it as simple as possible where everyone can understand. And what happened?
Yeah, that's important, man. I mean,
My man, the same material I teach from day one, I teach now.
So for those who are listening right now, what would you say to them that probably probably didn't have the best academia in school, or maybe they write their best friend they don't have the best handwriting or whatever the case they might be worrying about. Like, what can you say to them if they're just thinking about
It's very simple. We have over 200 partners right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have partners that do not speak the English language.
Yeah, man.
We have partners that do not articulate themselves the best.
Okay.
We have partners that weren't the greatest in math. By the way, the software is all you really need to know.
Yeah.
So
wow,
we have all types of partners that have succeeded, right? So it's not if they're a partner today is because they putting 100% of the effort and they find some type of success. Might not be 100%, but they're seeing some type of success.
You know what's crazy that he says that? I won't mention a tax partner's name, but look how crazy and powerful the program is. I'm going to give two scenarios right now. One girl wanted it so bad, and she knows who this is when she's going to listen to this. She wanted it so bad, Al, that she took a flight the day before class, missed holiday weekend, put her kids on the plane with her entire family, paid for all 5 seats so that she could pick up the computer in New York all the way from Florida to go back to Florida the next morning to hold class at 9 a.m.
Wow.
With her kids on the plane and her husband. I gave her a standing ovation in class. Another crazy one.
Just to add some context, she did not travel half the continent for the laptop. We actually deliver that laptop. It's actually a really cool package. It has everything.
No, she came. What are you talking about?
But the reason why she came was because she signed up last minute and she wanted to make that particular class so that she can, become a partner.
Start up as soon as possible.
She could wait. She could, make the next month, but she wanted that particular class.
She wanted it now.
She wanted it now. And when you want now, you take the extra.
Yeah, you know how you always say when somebody wants something, they're going to figure it out?
They're going to figure it out. She figured it out.
She put her kids on a plane with her husband and said, I'm spending the $2,500 on airplane tickets so I can hurry up and get this box so I can get this started. You know what? She's doing a hell of a fucking job right now.
There you go.
Doing a hell of
Clap
a job.
Clap it up.
You know who you are, so I'll talk to you privately. Listen, then I got another one. She's actually over 50 years old, and she was in class, and I noticed that something was a little off. Right?
She's 50 years old. I mean,
over
50 years old.
Yeah, she's over 50 years old.
That's another one, right? Sometimes you don't want to try something new. You're getting late in your age. Yeah. How many people are out there? They've just been working the same job 25 years, and for the most part, they feel like they don't have an option. And sometimes opportunities they might be out there for them are not clear enough for them.
Hey, look at it'll go right into that story. So
just to touch on that, everything happens for a reason. If I did not make a decision 3-4 years ago, I would not be sitting here today.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
Yep.
If I did not pick up the phone and ask John, and look, I got goosebumps right now as I say this. Everything happens for a reason, right? So I took a chance. I bet on myself. I prepared.
Preparation.
I was once told the only Failure is when you're not prepared when opportunity presents itself.
There's a saying that goes, preparation or victory loves preparation.
Yeah. Well, when preparation meets, when timing meets preparation, whatever the case may be, but whatever it is, I'm here, right? So back to the person that's of age.
Yeah.
She took a chance. She saw an opportunity. Some might say, look, I'm this age, or I might not be able to do it, or whatever the case may be. This person took a chance, and you tell her story.
Look, she it was crazy, bro. Like, I literally cried, bro, in class in front of everybody. Knows I cried. Like, I think about a powerful moment at the time, and it's like, wow, this is inspirational.
So it was a touching moment.
It was a touching moment. We were in class, and I seen that something was a little off. But, I just don't call it out. You can't do that. It's 25 people in a room. And, I'm still watching. I'm like, damn, I don't know what's off. But, and then I do this roll call where when we first enter class, I go, why are you here? Tell me why you're here.
Public speaking 101 from the rip, huh?
Yo, 100%. I go, tell me why you're here. And then, you know what you notice, though? Everybody's answer is the same. It's just said in a different way. Oh, I want freedom. I'm tired of working a 9 to 5. Or, I want to work part-time. But it all relates to the same answer. They all want freedom. They all want self-employed, and they want their time back. So when she was speaking, she goes, my dream is to become a tax preparer. And she has a strong accent. She doesn't know that much English. Okay. My man, listen to me. Her daughter was translating the whole class for her next to her. So her daughter went through the class with her to translate with her. But it gets crazier. She goes, my dream is to be a tax preparer, but I couldn't. I said, why? She goes, I caught a stroke.
Oh.
And half my body, the left side, it doesn't work. And I'm finally gaining,
mobility.
I'll use mobility, as the word. Mm-hmm. And everybody was quiet, right? So watch this. She goes, and now that I'm able to move again, I want to do this. I want to fulfill my last chance of being a tax preparer because that's my dream.
Wow.
Yo, what the fuck do you say?
I don't know, man. I mean, the silence of the rest of the class must have spoke.
Nobody in that class had an excuse after that, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody.
What kind of excuses do you think that us as individuals sometimes make up? I know that for the most part, maybe one of the answers that you might have gotten was, I want more money. How much financial pressure do
So excuse for joining or excuse while they are in the program?
Well,
I can tell you both.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons that probably somebody gave you was I want to make more money.
That's typically it.
I'm not happy.
Nah, but that's actually not the most common excuse. The most common excuse I'm gonna take these off because
it's the time back, isn't it?
They ask for the time back.
Well, they say the time is a commodity you can't buy back, right?
Yeah, they ask for the time back. I mean, everything you do has a money purpose in it, but most of the people want to be self-employed. Because I'll tell you right now, you say, John, $1 million on a W-2, $1 million self-employed. I said $1 million self-employed. Why? It's the time. It's the time that you want back. Not necessarily saying that you're going to get more time back. It's your freedom of how time is actually not burdensome when you do what you love. That's what people are looking for.
I get that.
That's what, my man,
I totally get that.
What time we left here, Ken? Yesterday.
Last night, I probably like 1 a.m.
He left at 1. I think I left at 11 or 11:15.
Wow.
Yeah, about 11:15.
I feel so ashamed that I left so.
No. But it's.
But
you guys,
you guys are grind time.
But we were tired. We wasn't tired.
Wow,
of
1
working.
o'clock in the morning.
I actually had this is over a week.
Just so everybody's listening, these guys are working like 17 hours. I mean, I don't know.
So one of the things that I not struggle, but I think I touch on it more than once is, especially with social media, is how do you not make it look so easy, right?
How do you not make it look easy?
Yeah, because
that's easy. Work hard.
Yes, but it looks easy, right? So if you look at everything that goes on, and our our daily and our social media presence. So I think it comes off to me a little bit too easy. It's not often shown that I was here, 17 hours, 18 hours a day for.
Well, that's the thing with social media, isn't it? That it could be a little misleading at times.
So
it doesn't give the full picture and the full story of what you guys do.
Exactly. And one of those things, just to piggyback on that, is the program. And I don't know if I touched on it earlier, but one of the things I do at Truthful Taxes is support about, 24. The support that John gave me and Marisol gave me, my first year, is the same support I give, 40, 50, because now it's, nationwide company. It's not just, a handful of us. So I give that same support. And one of the things I touch on often is I still don't know how and why, but the exact same effort you put into the program, you get that same. I still don't know what. Yeah. I still don't know how. I don't know the matrix behind it.
The algorithm.
But I swear, if you put 10%, you get 10% back. You put 100, you get 100% back.
Yeah,
I still don't know.
What he's saying is so on point.
I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to figure that out. That's like my off season. Like I just need to know the algorithm to why the first year I put 0 and I got like 1% back.
Oh, I don't think you got a percent back.
I don't even
the first
think
dude that.
No, you know why I do think
he was the first dude that actually owed clients.
Yeah, my first year. Yeah, and it's funny because
he had -3 clients.
I talked to. Yeah, I paid people to do their taxes the first year. I talked to my.
He said, "Yo, hold on. Why you said I got -3 clients? He owed the clients.
You ever got that test and you got your name wrong on the test? So you actually got negative? No, but all jokes aside, my first year I have a very stressful job. I manage luxury high rises downtown. So my first year, I didn't go into tax season prepared. I started late. I wasn't 100% focused. But one thing I did do, and I've always doing, if you're around me, is that I'm always researching, always learning. I'm always full of trying to get as much information as possible. So I never stopped learning taxes, tax laws, tax conversation. I'm always having the conversation. So even though I really did not start strong the first year, I was still learning. I was still watching all the university videos. There's hundreds of videos of John teaching different taxes. I was still in there. So year 3, when I talk the way I talk about taxes, it was because I was taking the time to learn. I never stopped learning, right? Yeah. So one of the things I touch on and I speak to the 40, 50 partners I support is, if you put in the effort, you will get that back. The program is set up for you to succeed only if you want to succeed.
Yo, it's set up so much to succeed, and I actually showed you this earlier, Al.
Yeah.
That I'm negative on the line of 1,700 a month negative to provide everything positive for you to make it. Who the fuck does that?
So it was a sacrifice that you made for the end goal of what you're trying to accomplish.
I already know what the 10-year layout is, but I know, you know what? If I got to go negative on this line, 30 grand, cool. But I know that 30 grand is so useful right now, even though it's negative. Watch what it does in next year and the year after.
So to say the growth catches up with that negative.
There you go. You got it. The growth catches up. Yeah. And you know how the growth is right now?
What are we looking like?
We already did 100% growth 8 months faster than last year.
So you're 8 months ahead of schedule this year?
I already texted him. I texted you guys, Monday, right?
Wow.
Last week?
What's it, Tuesday?
Yeah. Monday last week.
So exponential growth, right?
Correct.
Oh, it's crazy.
So one of the things, another thing too, coming into the partnership, I was prepared for it to be long term. A lot want instant gratification, and I know this is a conversation we have about different topics today and age. Is instant gratification. I want the Lambo right now because I think I deserve it. And I worked 17 hours. We just finished saying I worked all week 17 hours, right? I should walk, if I did not understand the long term, everyone feels they want the instant gratification. I did this, I want this.
Yeah, it's sort of like a reward system,
exactly.
right?
And I came into the program knowing that, you know what, first year, I'm just here to understand. I'm here to learn. I'm not focused on the actual clientele. It's long term.
Mm-hmm.
So when I speak to partners,
yeah, but long term, you know what long term is in this field. You ready? This is the reality, because long term in this field means, okay, it took you 3 years, okay, 4 years to really pop as a tax preparer. 4 years. That sounds long, Al?
Like I said before, man, there's people that have been working the same job for 25 years.
I was about to say that right now. So you telling me you just worked 25 years for the city of New York. You got a grand total raise, okay, over those 5 years, okay, 2%. Of 15% altogether, 3 times 5, 15. And then what happens? You think that starting your own business for you is long 3 years later, or this is taking long? You've been working the same job for 25 years and still broke the same way for 25 years. And you worried about 3 years that you're betting on yourself that you should?
I think
it's not even a conversation.
I think, John, and me and you had this conversation off air, but I think one of the scary things is change for people, right? The change, and to make the right change in a way where it's not gonna burden, the family or whatever situation they might be in, right? Mm-hmm. So it's what do you have to say to people that maybe are a little afraid of maybe taking that extra step to make that change?
Actually, I had this conversation with somebody at 11:30 at night yesterday, and it was actually one of the,
because you need to eat, right? You need to pay the bills. You need to
not even eat.
You need to do things before you just jump into something else.
You do, but not even do things, right? I had a conversation at 11:30 at night, coming back from the office with one of our top, shooters, right, at the company. Tax preparers, right? And I told him, I said, listen, man, you're great, bro. You're great. But I'm sorry. You need to stop being scared, bro. Okay? You're great. You're filing hundreds of returns, but you're still scared. So you know what? You're not going to grow so far. Because the minute you release yourself from being scared, watch how great you do. Right now, you're doing good. You can't do great until you release yourself. And he goes, you know what? You're right, John. I'm just scared. I say, you're scared for what? You already got everything lined up. You got everything lined up. Now, it's just you. This is only you. We're waiting for you. I told him, you're waiting for you. I said, you're crazy, bro.
So you guys got to constantly be motivating your team, right? So what is it? What are the situations? Or how do you motivate? How do you keep motivating your team?
I mean, get mad at people, bro.
I mean, yes, you just give us an example of a pep talk, but when you're in these classes for the new people that are just entry for a partnership, how do you motivate them? How do you keep them motivated throughout their whole course? Because studying ain't for everybody.
You make them relate, Al. You make them relate to you.
I relate to me.
Yeah, you make them relate to you.
Because what I see often when I speak and I share, like I say, like that raw, like realness is the surprise of like, oh, you're just like me. Mm-hmm. So I'll say something and they'll call me back or they'll text me and it's like, oh, exactly what you said. And it's like, that was me 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Just because I'm here, just because you see me talk, just because you see me next to John, doesn't mean that I'm not you 6-7 months ago, a year ago.
Okay,
so,
watch this. Al, real talk. Hot mic on you now, right? Since day one you met me and Ken, have we been any different?
Yeah, I'm behind the mic, guys, and I'm the guy who gets to say the truth here at Truthful Taxes. No, just kidding, man. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys been the same that you were when I first met you guys in Las Vegas. Nothing's really has changed as far as the energy that I've gotten here. So you guys are relatable. That's 100%.
I was about to touch on that. Al. You know why?
It's relatable.
So it goes back to
Relatable
what me and
stories.
Ken are already saying. We are not fake people. We are not here to put up a front. We're not here to put up a show. We literally want the best for the people who we consider family, friends, and their energy matches our energy. We go like this. Yo, you know what? That person needs to work here.
Yeah.
And if they can, I'm going to hire them right away. We plot on everybody.
Yeah.
You heard, Al?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We plot on everybody. Yo, my man, the whole back office loves you. You didn't know that, though, right? You didn't know that, right?
Hold on. Where's my
Yo, Al, the whole back office loves you. They go, I
That's
love
awesome.
Alex.
Hey,
He's
sending love right back
Yep.
to the back office.
They go, he's very respectful. His energy is very good. And he reminds of us Oz.
Shout out to Oz.
My man, he earned his stripes. Oz earned his stripes. We're actually going to have Oz on the show later. We're going to have Oz on the
Oz
show.
right now is
so
busy
He's actually
on the editing
yeah,
table.
he's editing the back over there, actually, believe it or not.
So one of the things that what comes to that is the fact that we actually had this conversation not too long ago, where it's like, we have a strong team, about what you think, 13, 12 of us,
15 on the back end.
15 on the back end. Everyone is extremely assertive, extremely,
Strong-minded, too.
strong-minded, opinionated, and no one clashes.
I think because we respect each other, because we all know, and Ken said this many times, and it rings in my head all the time. He goes, there's something bigger happening, right?
Yeah.
He always says it. He goes, there's something bigger happening. I don't know what it is. We know what it is, but we can't say it right now. We know what's going to happen. You understand?
Yeah.
But he knows that there's something bigger happening, so it's all about part of the plan, and we all know that there's something bigger happening for us. So,
It's a core group of 15 working for the bigger picture.
Exactly,
100%.
but it's never a conversation of, we're never even in a motivational conversation. It's never like, hey, we're working for the bigger picture. It's never comes up. It's just kind of like, how do you get 15 people, get on a plane, fly out to Cali and to Vegas for 15 days of work and just the travel and not one issue. And it's just like, mind you, everyone is strong. Everyone one thing to just point out, everyone here in that 15 are individuals. We're all individual contractors. We all get paid 1099. We all are our own company. We all are our individual bosses, right?
Wow.
That's how John wants it. That's his setup,
yeah.
right? Because at the end, everyone wanted freedom. So to him to have, a core, he just, the approach is, I come and go as I please. I did not have to stay here till 1 a.m. I chose.
That's
to stay
the grind that's embedded in you.
It's in me. It's in me. I have not taken a day off in over a year, right? Even on my days off, I'm working. Or even on our, you might see us by the pool, or you might see us riding around in motorcycles and cars and things like that.
Which really goes back to what you
We're
guys
still
just said, right? You mentioned that you put 10% back when you first started. That's what you were getting back. But if you put 50%, that's what you get back from the business. So I guess the more you grind, the more you shine, right?
Hey, once you see it, once you see that and I know the new tax partners or the recent tax partners could, even the older ones, once they see that first deposit, we joke around with one of our top guys, Ephraim, Joel. He got his first check, one of his first checks, and he quit his job.
No.
What? Say hold on.
Yeah.
He got his first check and he quit his job.
No joke. Look.
He quit.
I know. Look, actually, he's my nephew. Looks nothing like my nephew.
He quit.
Look like we created him, in
Tax lab.
In a tax.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me. Yo, we created. He is.
Al. He
is the T2000 of tax, Truthful Taxes.
Yo, not joking. He is definitely the Terminator, but
In tax world.
Yo, like Ken say, it looks like he's like the perfect looking tax guy. He was created
Talks,
somewhere.
he's good. He's
no,
really good.
but no, yo, it's my nephew. He was making like 26 grand a year, bro. Right?
Yeah.
In a warehouse in Florida. And, he took a shot at himself. And he was broke as hell. He didn't have money for the class. I said, yo, nephew, I'm going to give you the money for the class, but the one thing I'm doing, I'm taking it right back out of your refund. Okay? You're not getting this for free. So he goes, no, Theo, no problem, Theo. You know me. I always get a big refund. I got you. I said, all right, cool. He absolutely murdered the class. I can't tell you what he makes, but he's absolutely destroying it. He definitely already hit 6 figures this year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, good for
I
him.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how much he makes, but this guy has.
But
brand
what's
new
crazy
car,
is
house.
that he got one of his largest paychecks, right? And he says it. He goes, I remember driving to work, and I checked my bank account, and my paycheck for the week was $26,000. He said, I called my boss. I told him I'm not coming in, and I never came back. I did a U-turn and never came back, and he never came back.
First year.
Wow.
Yeah,
First year partner.
yeah.
He was what? He was first class, second class.
He was actually my very, very, very first class.
Very first class.
He was my very first class.
Because he set up my phone on my class. And once again, he's part of the 15 core. He's doing great. Not talking about how much he makes, but he's doing really good. His life has changed.
Yeah.
His kid's life has changed.
Yeah.
We were
Owns
just
a home, drives a Lexus now.
credit is fixed.
Credit's fixed.
Yeah,
Hey, it happens.
It's true. It's part. It comes with that. Comes with the financial freedom. You start seeing what's important.
Yeah.
You have the money now to actually.
Yeah,
pay
he
it.
had the money to repair his credit.
Repair his credit.
Now he repaired his credit, so he bought a home. What did he do? He did the right things. He bought a home, got a car. Now he's working on his second property. That's how you do it, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
That comes with the freedom.
One thing that was interesting to me when I first got to meet you guys, your demographics on your partnership was it stuck out for me. It's majority female, right? It's almost something like 80%, 90%.
No.
What are we looking at?
I think mid 90s, bro.
I think it's about 90.
About 92% is women.
92% women. Wow,
It's females.
And I mentioned it just to say because and I've talked to a couple of times off air about single mothers or women that are struggling out there that are stuck in a job and maybe want to make that transition. You guys have gotten 92% females. That's so interesting to me.
You know what that tells me, Al?
Yeah, like it's
that
an
tells
interesting figure, right?
Nah, it's not interesting. It's actually
it's all women.
It's it's very simple, bro. And
either that or you guys are some charming fellas.
No,
That's not even us.
not even. This is very, very simple, bro. Men suck at support.
There you go.
Women support each other. Okay? When one woman sees another woman doing good, believe it or not,
They ask questions.
they ask questions and the other woman answers. When another guy sees another guy doing good, you know what happens? They want to shoot him.
Yeah,
They want to slice their tires. They don't want to participate.
The range of competitiveness is a little off.
It's a thing.
With women, at least with entrepreneurship, with a bag, shit is very, 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 there's a lot of competition out there. But with entrepreneurship, I have never seen so much support amongst women.
Wow.
And I think the guys that are part of the partnership they have that quality.
There's only 2 of us, me and Ken. Nah. There's like probably like 10, 15.
No, it's more. It's more. But all have that quality of that
A supportive system.
the supportive system, and you see the success. We just mentioned Ephraim. I can call Ephraim any time of the day. He's gonna answer one of my questions.
Right now, I was just doing a podcast and I had to do a Zoom with a partner, and I called Ephraim. I said, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" And he said, "Yeah, I got it, Theo. No problem."
So the guys have that quality, and the fear of taking chances. I think it's also an ego thing. So I think it's just an ego thing. But overall, the partnership consists of supporting each other. We'll touch on this for numerous conversations throughout the duration of TruePod.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to meet plenty of our partners and hear their stories, their struggles.
Actually, tomorrow we have a entrepreneur himself, a young, one of the most diesel young people I've ever met in my life.
Successful trainer, physical therapist,
and he got the best name in the world. You wouldn't even know what it is. Take a guess, Al.
Best name in the world.
Best name
like a nickname?
No,
No,
regular
his
name, bro.
Oh my God, his name is John.
You're damn right. No, Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's actually a tax partner's that's her boyfriend.
Okay.
And I went out to eat with him one time, and wow, what an amazing conversation. And in my head, I'm thinking big, strong guy. Yeah. Let's do push-ups right now and eat buffalo wings. Nah, it was like I said like this. I looked at him and I said, "You're one of the smartest people I ever met. It's scary." I said, "How old are you?" He said, 23.
23 years old.
I said, "I could be a father." Just like that.
And the kid's ahead of the game.
And he's too ahead of the game. I think he's part alien. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
Smart
you know
guy.
what? I've met some people like that, bro. You get such an intrigue about them. It's like
I was impressed.
It's like yeah,
I was impressed.
Yeah.
And at 23, I was impressed because
23 years
that's
old,
scary.
you're young.
I mean, I could be wrong. I
what
think
were
he's
you doing?
24 or 25, which it don't really make a difference. But I was so impressed.
Yeah,
that-
23 years old.
but check this
you're
out.
You're out messing around.
Check
You
this
know?
out. As far as that, and we're probably gonna end it here.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, is never stop learning.
Yeah.
So John has a conversation with John, right? And he was intrigued and he asked questions and he was willing to, learn from someone that he would never expect. And I think that's what we all do here at Truthful Taxes.
Yeah.
We're always constantly learning.
We constantly learning from one another.
Everyone has a strong point.
Let's leave Al on the hot seat. Al, you learned anything since you? Well, actually, matter of fact, before we go, what was the one thing you learned from us since being around us?
Oh man,
I asked you a question. Don't trip up now.
I'll
You
be
better
honest.
answer.
No, there's a lot to say. I mean, I've learned that there is a situation where you could work amongst friends and be professional and successful. I've learned that taxes are important, and for the better half of my life, and I told this to John, I ignored it. I ignored a lot of things that the financial system not gets over on you, but will just kind of pass you over if you're not prepared with the right information and the right people. So I've learned a couple of things from you guys already, just being around you guys and listening to you take your calls. I mean, you guys are just on the go constantly, and some of it has been soaking up, and it's come to a point where I've actually gotten interested, and I'm actually, I told John I'm actually studying little things here and there, watching videos, and because at the beginning it's intimidating, I like to read a lot about a lot of things, right? But I just never really read on this, and when you're talking about numbers and data entry on things that can affect people's lives and shit, like you start to worry about stuff like that. Like, can I really do it? And the more I've been around you guys, I'm like, you know what, maybe I can do this, and having the right support system would be like everything, and I think that's one of the things that people need to really take into consideration when they listen to you guys, is that support system is there, the school, the university is there.
Yep.
And for the people that are listening, what is the university? It's basically an access to John. You'll get to see John teaching you all forms of tax preparation.
Correct.
And it's
cheat
gold.
code.
It's
a
gold
cheat
to
code.
have that.
I tell people now, I say that more than ever is, I do taxes amongst other things. But number one thing, I'm in the information business. I'm here to share information. I'm in the information. I like whatever I learn, I'm ready to share. You ask me a question, I'm sharing. That's it.
Yeah.
So if that is taxes, then that's what I'm sharing. If it's real estate, that's what I'm sharing. I am in the information business.
And that's what really got me with you guys, with the partnership.
We never hold back any information.
That's one thing that and then this is a personal thing of mine. Like I've never really understood, unless you're dealing with government spy secrets and stuff like that. Like I've always been one to share information.
Always.
Because whatever, you might have information that'll benefit me. We might not even be talking about something that you probably even are into or do daily, but you might benefit from that piece of information. So I've always been free. I would always give free information because I feel like, you know, it's not gonna harm me if you know it, you know, or I'm gonna stay smarter than you because I know it. No, you guys are here giving information out. You know, once you become part of this outfit, this partnership, you guys are giving information out. You know, that basically, like you said, John, it's a cheat code. You know, it gives so much confidence to the person that's just entry level that it keeps them from kind of like just falling apart.
Yeah.
You know, because you give me a partnership.
Well, what's the easiest thing to do? Give up.
Give up. Yeah, it is easy to give up.
But when you have everything there, you actually second question about giving up.
So I'm gonna I guess end the podcast today with this question, you guys.
Go ahead.
If you had one thing that you wanted the audience to remember with this episode, or to remember the company for, what would it be for? What would you tell the person right now listening to about Truthful Taxes that they are guaranteed to receive here as far as being a partnership?
You guarantee to receive a chance. A chance. Most people in life don't even get a chance. Sometimes they die at the womb. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes they die at 19. Sometimes they might be born in a country that doesn't give you a chance. Over here, you're given a chance at entrepreneurship. The chance is more successful. The chance is more successful because we want you to win. So at Truthful Taxes, we give you a chance as long as you put in the effort.
Amazing. Kenny, how about you, brother?
No, it's crazy. I was going to touch on, he touched on chance, and I say opportunity, right? One of the things I see is wasted opportunities. And I think that I think the older I get, the more upset it gets me when I see someone
waste the opportunity.
Waste the opportunity, right? So with the partnership, you know, if that's what interests you and that's something that you want to look into, you know, taxes might not be the thing, you know, but don't waste opportunities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't second guess yourself. It's okay to take chances. You know, I'm here today because I took plenty of chances. You know, I've learned from plenty of mistakes.
Yeah.
I am, you know, I look forward to some mistakes, right? Because I've learned so much from them. And it's cliche and it sounds, you know, super cliche, but it's the honest truth. So, you know, don't waste opportunities. The tax partnership is designed for those that want to succeed.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you know, give excuses, then, you know, timing is everything. Maybe it's not your time.
You get a chance.
All right.
There you go.
All right, guys. This was TruePod here at TruePod Studios with
Yes.
Jonathan Hernandez and Kenneth Jorge. And we're going to end it like this with something smooth. And, of course, stay tuned because we're going to be going live now pretty soon, getting a schedule together. So
Yes.
be prepared to receive a lot of information, life-changing information. As we like to say here at TruePod, some gems.
Some gems.
So we're out of here, guys.
Just don't provoke me, cause I don't need no cellmates. I'm in a 2-seat, doing drops like a mailman. This ain't no hoopty ass, she riding, she's a hell yeah. No, I won't lose sleep about no pussy, I'm like farewell. Yeah. I'm outside. I know how it feel to see your homie switch sides. I know how to put that Rolls Royce shit in drive. I know how to load a clip and shoot, we gotta ride. You ain't gotta lie to me, baby, no. You know it's a vibe every time we catch him off sides, he won't make it, no. Money on my mind, I can't get it all.